What is going on, everybody? This is Miles, aka the Political Introvert. Thank you so much for joining me. I wanted to come on real quick to talk about the treatment that Tulsi Gabbard's been getting on the internet. I've been seeing recently. Don't want to make this video too long, but I do want to point out that I do want to say that Tulsi Gabbard is nobody's VP. I noticed a lot of comments and videos online. Keep talking about, oh, Tulsi will make a great Secretary of State for Bernie Sanders. Tulsi will be great for, Andrew Yang's VP. Yang Gabbard 2020. Sanders Gabbard 2020. And I noticed this coming from a lot of the supporters. Not every is the supporters. I'm not gonna, not every one of the Yang Gang supporters or the Sanders supporters or whoever supporters. But it's a lot. It's many. It's out there. And I'm here to tell you that's Tulsi Gabbard, again, she's not running for Secretary of State. She's not running for Vice President. She is running for President of the United States. And she needs our respect. It doesn't matter if you support Tulsi or you don't. But, don't let that take away that she is the most qualified candidate to run for president that we've seen. And I'm saying even more than Bernie Sanders, and the reason is because she actually has served in the military. She is currently in Indonesia now. She'll be back next week. She's been there for 16 years, plus she's in Congress for about 7 years. So, I get that people, like I said, I get some of you support. You have your preferred candidate. That's great. You have the right to that, but don't get it twisted though. Don't sit there and put Tulsi in this box so that she should drop out. She should be someone's VP. Yeah, well, tell that to the 160,000 donors that she currently has, and it's going up. Tell that all to the grassroots support that she's getting. Tell that to the town halls and the meetings that she's having, though. The crowds are getting bigger and bigger. She has support out there. Maybe not as much as Bernie right now, and even Yang, who's going up. And great kudos to them, though. They're killing it. I know. Congratulations to Yang for making the debate. I know he's getting a lot of support. I'm not a big fan of his, but got to give credit where credit's due. The same goes for Tulsi. Because when you start shunning one person just to prefer the other, that comes out to disastrous. Because there's going to be a time where there's only going to be one person as a nominee. So when you treat supporters and when you start making all these things, making all these slide comments, it's gonna come back to bite you, and that's not good for the campaign. So if you want to debate issues, that's one thing, but don't dismiss Tulsi as somebody's VP or Secretary of State. That's ridiculous. Because remember, Andrew Yang is a businessman. He hasn't served in Congress. He has a lot of great policies, but we don't know how he's going to legislate. And with Bernie Sanders, he's fantastic on domestic issues, but there's some issues that he is weak on. And let's not pretend that he's not. The thing about Tulsi Gabbard is she shows leadership. Whether it's a popular opinion or not, she's going to say what she has to say, and she's going to explain why. And I don't know a lot of politicians who actually do that. When it came to the BDS bill, she came out, made a video about a few days later after she voted for it, and explaining why she did it. Same thing with the Biden comments, and I disagreed with those comments though. However, I like the fact that she at least explained from her point of view of why she felt that way. And again, this isn't to say Tulsi Gabbard is a perfect candidate. She's not. However, she has gone to stand up for issues that not many politicians have. For example, Julian Assange. Let's remember that she was besides Mike Gravel and Jill Stein, the only one to speak out for Julian Assange, though, and the freedom of press. She even says she'll pardon Edward Snowden and Julian Assange. She's been very big on Venezuela, how we need to stand out of it. And her foreign policy is very important because she's anti-regime change. We need that And she's also good at tying foreign policy and domestic policy. A lot of candidates keep talking about domestic policy. You know, the thing about it is, you can't have domestic policy without addressing foreign policy, especially with climate change. Because if you don't get all the world working together with climate change, it's not going to happen. Okay? You can have the best legislation in the world, but if China and, you know, Russia and all the other countries are doing their own thing, what is the point? Right? So, make a long story short, let's just show her some respect. That's all we're asking of. You can support Yang, you can support Bernie. That is your business. But you know, don't sit there and say that she's somebody's VP. You don't hear people saying that to Bernie or Andrew Yang. You know, only Tulsi. I don't understand why, but you know, it's very very degrading to her though too. So. You know, if you choose not to support her, that's your thing, though. But don't go out of your way to her videos and comment, oh, Yang Gang 2020 or Bernie 2020. Okay, you got videos with Bernie, you got videos with Yang. You know, save those for that, guys. So, anyway, I had to make that rant. Let me know your comments below. Might get a little bit of, you know, hate but I had to be real, though. So, anyway, let me know what your comments below. This is Miles signing off, the political introvert. I will catch you guys in the next video.